Thank you. Hello, everyone. Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good. So yes, I'm going to talk about the database of polynomial moment and SDP data. And its use from Julia. So you can get it by this package PMO that Victor was describing with this command. So using PMO and the data, they are available in the table, which is obtained in this way. So PMO.table with no argument. It's a table which describes so it gives information about the existing data in the repository, the Git repository, which we will see soon. So these data are described by some ID, some name, and some URL, which define where is the file for the data. So here is a notebook showing how it's working. So do you see it? Is it okay, the size?
Yes, it's okay.
Yes, good. So I use this package PMO and create this table T here. What I get here is a table with these 30 entries, which are the existing ones so far in the database. It's a table with so 3 columns and 30 rows. And these are, so we can see here what they are. For instance, we have the names of this data, which are listed here. And we'll see what are inside this data. We'll see how to get this data effectively. They are described here as I was saying, they are on this project on GitHub. So polynomial moment optimization project. Probably, so you should have received an invitation if you have put your GitHub ID on the chat. So this, in principle, you can access, and in fact, also write in this project, and in particular in the directory data, which contains all the data. So the files are here in this folder, and here, for instance, is okay. This one is the actual data, which is describing the polynomial problem in the JSON format. Okay. So when we want to access to this data, to use it, and to have way to sort them, to select them. So here are some examples where we use strings to match, which match the names. So here T2 is selecting, T3 is selecting all the names which contain Modskin, and T2 is doing the same with some regular expression. So R is for regular expression, and here we have capital M or smaller m. And we get this table, which is with three rows here. And now the name of the three entries are this one: mode skin homogeneous, bounded. One way to recover the value itself is to use an indices. So here we want to take the first entry, mode skin, and this will be the polynomial problem, which has this objective function and no constraint. It has also some name, so the name is modskin. That's the one here. Some version number, some author, some ID, and some documentation to explain what are the characteristics of the problem. Okay. So that's a way to select using or to get values using strings, using regular expressions. So a small exercise. We want to recover all data which name contains mods and then ended with bounded. So, and then we want to find the objective function of these problems and the constraints. So I let you do this exercise. And yes, and if you have questions or problems, we discuss it. So, Michael, you say select. Yes, select R TR3. So what? What is it giving? Yes, so this is giving the table. Let's call it T4. And T4 has some only one entry, one row, and this row is the name which is here. So if
my output is different. Sorry.
Ah.
My output is different. I wrote it in the.
Yes. Yes, that's strange. What you are what is written is, but it's okay. It's the way the database is printed, which is different. Yeah. That's okay. I see. So that's the entry of the database. So what of the table here? So what you see probably is this. No. Well, this entry. This is the entry, the row of the table, which we see here. And okay, and there is some problem in the name of the file here, but it's different. Yes. Okay. So this should correspond to the entry of that are in the table. They are just references to the problems, and the problems you don't get them directly. If you want to access the polynomial problem or the SDP problem, you can do that. And so here we have an example where so this is problem, SDP problem, and we can see what is the type. The type of this problem is SDP. And yes, so I think there is some problem in your version here because it should not be the correct file. Could you maybe update?
I don't have a problem with all the other files, or problems. It's only my problems which I have troubles with.
Yes, yes. So could you update the table with some command like that?
Oh, now it works. Okay. Sorry for that. Thank you.
Yes, the table is in fact coming from the Git repository, so it should be updated also when there are some changes. Okay, so how are we for this exercise? Is it working? Or do you have problems? Let me know. So in fact, the solution is here. So here is what we have, and what we will do is say take the first problem, this one. In fact, there are only one in this case. And then we want to recover the objective function. It's the attribute objective of this model, which is this one. If we want to recover the strengths, there is only one, which is given here. Is it okay for everyone? Is it working? So yes, here we get the objective function is a pair with a polynomial and constraint, so 1 for sup, and getting the objective function itself is the first entry, which is here, and it's possible to use iterators on these constraints to get the polynomials here. But we have seen that there is only one in this example. So again, this will give the first entry of this list, and the first entry of is a polynomial. Okay. So creating a new data. So now suppose you want to add a new example, a new data to the database. So first you create the data with this tool. So here is the example with so the same, well, a similar example. So with Motzkin polynomial and the same constraint. So we will create it again from scratch. We define this problem mods with this objective function and this constraint here. We give it a name to recover it easily in the database later. And we also define who is the author of this example, of this problem. So note that all this data, they have authors, they have also identification, a unique identifier, so they are well identified. So once you have done that, you can add it to the database. And here our database is T, the table. So we add this data and we specify here in which file we want to store it. So I'm doing the exercise here. Yes, so what is... So here we have created this polynomial program. So if I type what is mods, I see this program with this information, so the version, the identifier, the name, and so on. And we try to, okay, and yes, we should have put the name, the author. So here I will put another name, and we add it to the database. So this is using Git. Now we have adding a file, Motzkin bounded. It turns out that Motzkin bounded is already used as a name for a file, so there is a new file which is created. And now the data is registered in the database, and it can be seen. So if we go now on this files, we see a new file which has been added just now from this command. So this is on Git, and the file we have here is a JSON file corresponding to the new data that we have added. And you see the author is Joe Tester. So just the new one, the new file we added. It's also in the table. So if we add so so if we add here, we want to see what is in T. So T has now what are the entries with name bounded? In fact, now there are 2. And so I will select the one which is the second one we added, which is here. Not I say the second one. Yes, this one is the one we added here. You see the name, the author is not the same. Okay, data can be added. They can be removed. So here to clean the database, we will remove it. That's what is done. So here we see the file which has been added here, Modskin bounded 1 is removed, and the registry is clean, has been updated. So if we now check what is in T with the same name, yes, okay. So nothing. So this is not. So what I should do here is to update T, and then look at this. So T has been updated, and now there is only one file with this name in the database. Okay. So that's the principle. These commands are, in fact, using Git commands. So you can try them. So here, the exercise is to construct a data, your own data, and to use this command, this push to add new data in the database. So I'll let you do that. To have it work, you should have an access to the, as I said, to the project, so polynomial moment optimization. And when you will push some new data, you will be asked for your password and connection and Git connection. So you need to have them. But if you reply to the invitation I send, you should be able to push data and to modify data. So please try this exercise with your own data and let me know how it's working. Can you add data? Can you create data first and add them? So if you have problems, please type it in the chat or unmute yourself. So you can have access to this a notebook on the web. So the link has been put at before by Victor. So you can cover the commands. The link is here. Is it working? In fact, if it's working, then we should see something happening here. So nothing since 8 minutes ago, no commit. So who succeed to add, well, to create a problem and add it? Yes. Can you tell me if you have problems to create such a data? Yes, there is one here. Very good. So we can see one new example. But so it's working. And yes, and we have here this one. So we will so there is some commit on the database. So we can here update the database, and we see there are two new entries, 32, which is good. And
It's by vector, it doesn't count.
it doesn't count, yes, the one by Victor. But where is the other one? Yes, Victor, 2 minutes ago. And so here the file is not specified, so what is used is this ID identification for the file. No other Lorenzo, yes, he had a new example. So if we update the table, we have 33 rows now. Let's see what is. So you see, you can recover the last this new entry here directly by updating the table, and so getting the entry number 33 or the 32, which was the one added by Victor. And what is the 31? Felix. Good. Yes, that's good. So let's wait a bit. Oops. Do we have other commits? Coming? Do you have problems to create the data, to upload it? Okay. No, if there is no question, so I hope it's it's working well. So if there are some problems, it's a good occasion to mention them. So do not hesitate if you have any problem to indicate it. In the chat or just unmute yourself. So here is an exercise to manipulate the table. I will show how it's working on the example on this notebook. So we suppose you want to select some data which have some special property, and you want to use them. Yes, okay. And first, so I have to go back. Yes. So it's possible to select data which has special properties, as illustrated here. For that, you can write a function which select the data. This function is there is an example of such a function here. So it's a function which is so a Julia function, which is taking x is an argument of which will be some entry of the table. So x it correspond to its URL correspond to a data. So you get the data from this URL. And then here you want to select the data which has a number of variables bigger than 3. So for that, you use get data, the URL, and the attribute envar, and test if it is greater than or equal to 3. This is a function which is giving an x and returning a boolean, true or false. And then you select the entries in the table. Or well, in here you get the new list of entries with this property, and a new table which selects the table which has this property. So here we have a new table which has 27 rows. And so for instance, the first new entry of this new table is this polynomial. So it's Motzkin homogeneous polynomial. And the last one is this one, which has been added by Victor just some minutes ago. Okay, so this is a way to select say data according to what you want. In fact, you can add any test function here, and then you have a table. And suppose you want to use it for some benchmarking. So it could be good to store it where I am here. Yes, managing table. So I want to store it. So I will store it here in a file. So I will write this file new table. Oops. And I will use my tables that I've selected here. So it's writing this file, saving it. So for the next time, if you want to use it, you will be able to recover it with this type of instruction. So now we see TR is this new table created from the file new table here. So it's a way to select data for instance, for benchmarking, evaluation, running tests, and so on. Okay. Do you have questions at this point? So I will finish with some examples of how to use optimization tools with this data. Okay, so here is an illustration where we want to optimize solve one optimization problem with a package which is Moment Tools, and solver CSDP, SDP solver, which is CSDP. So the first thing is to add these packages if you don't have them locally. So let's do it. So we move to the package mode, add CSDP, and so here it's yes, it's already done. So I use here in this example, it's with Mosaic. You can use Mosaic also, install Mosaic in a similar way. And Moment Tools, so we install this, and we select so the Moment Tools is already installed. So I can now use this SDP package and Moment Tools. So you have this package loaded, and we take so what was it? Yes, we take the one which is in the table, so Motzkin bounded, and this gives our polynomial P, which we have seen already. And now we are going to solve it. So I'm using the solver of CSDP, which is so optimize is a function of the package Moment Tools. VEC is a way to transform this optimization model into some data structure which can be easily used by Optimize. Variables is recovering the variables of the problem. And we have here a relaxation of order 3 with that we apply, that we solve with this CSDP solver. So what we get is V, which is the minimum values that we found, so almost 0. And M is a model, so it's a jump model that was presented by Mathieu this morning. In this model, we have in fact, some attributes, some specific attributes that allow us to recover the solution of our minimization problem. So for instance, if we use get minimizers, minimizers, yes, we get this solution, which is not the one we expect. If we do it at order 4, we get here 4 points, which are the solution of Motzkin, the minimizer of Motzkin polynomial on the disk we were considering. So this is an example of the use of moment tools, and
Bernard,
yes.
I followed
Yes.
you, but when I said minimizers, I got 2 by 0 matrix as an output.
Yes, so this really depends on the order of the relaxation you do. So is it order 4?
Je n'ai pas trouvé ce ponçon d'Andorre sur Relaxation News sur Apple Music.
So yes, you need to maybe to which relaxation do you do here?
3 and 4, it's the same.
It's the same. Strange.
Using mostly. I can see the output, everything is there, but
is it the same problem?
it's the same. Just copy it from your slide.
Okay.
No, it may be a different Motzkin problem. Sorry, I may have a different problem.
Yes, yes, you should select the good one. Because otherwise it may not work. So relaxation, if we do, well, as you know, if we do the relaxation for the Motzkin polynomial without the bounded constraint, it can give some solution which is not coming from a measure. In this case, it's close to a moment sequence coming from a measure. And
Yeah,
so
I tried a different problem now, and I got a result.
Okay, good. We can try with the other with the solver from Mosaic, and well, it's similar. So we get a similar value, and the minimizer are also similar. And we see here the output of Mosaic in this example. And yes, and now we use, okay, so we're using TSS OS. So I'm adding the package again, as with the same command. So this is the package TSS OS developed by Wang Ji and Victor Macron on GitHub. We add it, and we can use it. And now we use it in this way. So with the command so here again we use P, which is the same data structure coming from the database, with VEC which is transforming it into an array of pairs, polynomials, and constraints. And first is giving the first entry of these pairs. So we get the first entry of all pairs in this way. The variables, the order of relaxation, I think, and then it's starting and running, and it will give the minimum, which is so solving the SDP. So here we also guess that in fact Mosaic is running behind. You see, it's the same output for the SDP solver, and the optimum is given here with this value almost 0. Okay, and so that's all for if you have questions, please, they are welcome. Ah, yes, okay. So, yes, 0, okay. Mosaic, if you install Mosaic, yes, you need to, Mosaic is not a free software, so you need to get a license. But as academic, you can get an academic license, so you have to go to the website of Mosaic, ask and register an academic license, and put the file you get in on your computer, and then Mosaic will run. Yeah. So academic license, this is okay, and it's valid for 1 year, so you have to renew it in case. But if you use CSDP, it's free. It's working here for this problem. So the objective of this presentation is also to encourage you. Well, one of the objectives is to encourage you to feed the database. So to provide examples, data from your own work that are interesting, that are some special characteristics that can be used to benchmark the methods you develop, and also to be used in other tests that that people could do with other methods. So it's really a strong encouragement to add data there to show the type of problems that you solve, that you treat, and that can be used for comparison or for showing special properties that you study. So really try to add data by yourself there in the future, and if you have some problems, some difficulties to do it with the tools, So let us know. Send mails or interact with us and try to solve the problems. Okay, if there are no other comments, so I would like to thank all participants of today, all presenters of today, of this morning, so Guilherme and Mathieu, and this afternoon, Victor and Michael. Thanks Lynn also for organizing and sharing this session. And we close the session here. Take care.